Hello, my name is Will. I've been wanting to make more videos to document my rallycross and rally journey. And so I guess I've compiled a list of footage from the past month, the month of March. And the great thing about this month is that it's a very jam-packed month of the year in terms of rally. We've got our rallycross season that usually starts with the test and tune. You've got 100-acre wood rally. And yeah, that's pretty much the most exciting month for all the hibernating rally folks out there in the St. Louis region. And so some fun things about this Test and Tune Rallycross event. It's normally scheduled before the 100-acre wood rally event, mainly so that our local rally folks can come out and shake down their cars. And also, I am the chief of course of the St. Louis Rallycross region. And so I have a fun time doing my best to design courses that can let these rally cars shake down the best that they can in preparation for the 100-acre wood rally. And not only that, but I can take my pretty much stock car and compete alongside them. In a quick pause here, I actually lose my bumper at the finish there. I'm not sure if you saw. I didn't really realize it until somebody told me after the finish. So, yeah, that was fun.
Ready, Bead?
Your bumper's out there, bro. That's your back bumper over there.
I need a new one anyways.
We just wanted to make sure you knew. Zip ties, man, zip ties.
And so, yeah, I've been having a hard time keeping my rear bumper on.
It's already had a crack in it.
The stock suspension and the stock height. And I think that's something I've hopefully fixed by now. Won't know until I do another event.
College girl on tequila, like they just rip the bumpers.
What fuel are you running? Ethanol?
And so, getting back to the topic on hand, I guess, the rally cars that actually ran this rallycross event was, I think it was 4 cars total. We had a Golf R, piloted by Metro Laguna, a Subaru Impreza by my friend Blake Laundry. I've co-driven for him before.
I'm getting tired of waiting.
There's a yellow rally taxi.
What's up?
It's a GC chassis.
Yeah.
STI swapped.
Yeah.
That's driven by Douglas Voss.
It's meant to
And a Honda Civic driven by Jake Burke. I think 3 out of the 4 cars were shaken for the 100-acre wood. But yeah, that was a fun time. And yeah, to summarize, I had a lot of fun. The car, I prepared it, got it ready, and did a lot of maintenance stuff to it. But being on stock suspension, it wasn't really ready to be pushed as hard as I did. So I lost my rear bumper, you saw earlier, and lost the front fender liners, some bumper garnish. And so yeah, I had a lot of cosmetic stuff to fix once I got back, but otherwise the car was fine, reliable mechanically. So, you know, I think I call that the win. So yeah, and yeah, enjoy the rest of this lap. So I got the car mostly done. I'm heading out to Kansas City tomorrow for a rallycross, and yeah, this garage is a little messy because I
I did a bunch of repairs, maintenance, and more repairs from the last Rallycross, fender liners and all that. And I took off this thing because I guess the next event I'm going to is also a test and tune, so hey, might as well see how the handling changes. Car's still at stock height, still running the stock struts, so really waiting on the coilover company to send me the replacement rear shocks so I can get the Rallycross coilovers in. So yeah, 3.5 hour drive tomorrow. Daylight savings is gonna kill 1 hour of my sleep time, so hopefully I make it there in one piece.
And so yeah, I did make it to the Kansas City Rallycross, their test and tune, out in Ray Rocks Off-Road Resort, on just 2 hours of sleep somehow. And all this is just to get some extra seat time. Oh, and one other reason. Well, the whole premise of me buying the STI for Rallycross was to win the Nationals Rallycross champion, or the Nationals, their race there. And to do that, I would have to be 6-time Nationals champion Mark Hill, which he races in the Kansas City region. So sometimes I like to travel out west a bit to get some more seat time and to see how close I can get to Mr. Champion in his Evil 9. And so it's a fun bit of battles, as I would see, when I travel out there. So yeah, this event in particular was pretty fun, despite being very exhausted. You could do as many runs as you wanted, and their timing equipment was running, so we could compare times. And I lost my rear bumper again, once more. Seems to be a common theme with me. Oh, and some locals there in the gravel lot recommended I run my my old all-season tires compared to my winter tires, because if I ran the winter tires, I would not have any tread left by the end of the day. So I did what they suggested, and yes, my tires were shredded by the end of the day, and it was a very rough ride home. So, yep, that was also a fun thing, driving gravel for the first time.
What's up?
Nothing super eventful really happened that day. I just drilled some driving practice in, seat time, and I had zero energy for anything else. I even forgot my GoPro on the way to Kansas City, so that explains why you're seeing dash cam footage. So yeah, enjoy this footage of this 30-second run. Yeah, with the all-season tires, the whole car was feeling super floaty. I was struggling with the lateral grip, and so I was really wishing I had some gravel tires at that moment in time. So when everything got done and dusted, that wasn't the end of the excitement. I actually lost my rear bumper on the highway on the way back after I tried to put it back on the car, and in the fit of exhaustion and frustration, I genuinely contemplated leaving it on the side of the road. But I went back, grabbed it, shoved it in the back of my car somehow, and we made it home in one piece. So yeah, I got a story to tell with that bumper, that's for sure. I got the bumper all patched up with drip stitches, so I think he's a character now. So I drove home the same day, took a nap at a rest stop along the way, and I made it home in one piece. And so that was that. And immediately the following week, we have 100 Acre Wood. Those of you in the know of rallies in the United States, 100 Acre Wood is one of the national rallies in my home state, Missouri. And so because it's such a big rally, I always make an occasion to come out and take part in it. And in this instance, I'm crewing for this blue BMW right here, owned by my friend Calvin at Cooper Auto Works. And he's renting out this car to Mike running the number 76. So if you ever want to rent a cool rear drive rally car, you should consider this one. Now, normally I volunteer at these rallies. You can experience the rally a good deal by becoming a course marshal or time control or otherwise. I just wanted to help my friend Calvin and crew for his team, help things go smoothly. It was also an excuse for me to experience the rally from a different perspective as well. But one of the disadvantages of crewing is that you cannot spectate for these rally stages. On the flip side, you are able to go to the pre-rally shows like kart exposés and otherwise. And so I spent a lot of my time enjoying those parts of the rally. This year, 100 Acre Wood did something new by adding a pre-rally festival on the day before the first day of the rally called Rally Fest. Yeah, so all the competitors would go out and park their cars in this area, and all the spectators would come and, you know, have some food at the food trucks, grab some drinks, support the local vendors, and then just talk to all the drivers. And I think it was probably a really fun thing for us spectators, but for the drivers and co-drivers, they probably just wanted to relax after a long day of recce and do pace note review or something. But yeah, this was a really fun thing. I know it was one of the highlights of my rally, and so I really hope they do this again next year. It'd be pretty good to be on either side, both either driver or spectator or volunteer. Yeah, I hope they do it again. And so for this rally, being a crew member is pretty uneventful. You just sit around, maybe you hang out with some friends, local friends from other teams, and then you just wait for your car to come back to service. You get to watch all these cars line up for reroute control and come into service, and that's pretty much the day of a crew member. And that's what was pretty much my first day of the 100 Acre Wood Rally. They were racing Potosi, service was located in Uza Valley Resort, and I just sat down around all day just hanging out, having some burgers with some friends and watch cars pass by, doing the service when the car came back, you know, checking the car, tire pressures and all that. And then again, wait for them to come back from their second stint. And then they come back, we check the car again, prepare it for the next day, and then we move on to the next day. And so day 2 was situated in Salem, Missouri, which was 1 hour away from Potosi, Missouri, where day 1 was centered around. And so, yeah, this day, all the competitors that survived the first day race again the second day, and all the competitors at DNF who was able to re-enter today also joined today. And it's an all-around great atmosphere. And for us, our service moved to Dent County Commons. It was not quite as uneventful as the first day. And so 100 Acre Wood is known for having one of the fastest smooth stages, as well as some of the most rough stages that a rally car can experience. And so before the first stint finished for these rally cars on day 2, we received a call from Mike, who notified us that the car was losing coolant due to a impact somewhere on stage that bent the skid plate up and punctured the radiator. And so since we didn't have a radiator on hand, I drove out to the nearest town, a college town, Rolla, Missouri, and picked up a radiator from Napa Auto Parts store, and I drove the speed limit the whole way there. As crew members, we have to drive the speed limit. And so I came back, got our parts, they had the car towed in so that we can do our service. Now, we were kind of racing against the clock at first, but we realized we weren't going to make the service out in time, and so we just took our time fixing up the car so that it could re-enter the rally, a super rally, I believe it's called, and re-enter after the second service. So they would end up entering back in the race on the third final stint towards the end of the rally. And yeah, that was my dose of excitement for the rally weekend. You can see here we're working on bending back the skid plate so that we could fit our new radiator in. And that required a bit of ingenuity, drilling a hole, attaching a ratchet strap, and then using heat to soften the metal. And it was all of our efforts combined to fix the car so that Mike could get back on the road. And that's what I really enjoy about rally, is that sometimes there's just unexpected events where you just have to do your best and come up with fixes just to get back into the game, you know. And so Mike went back out there, drove a few more stages, and unfortunately he did run into a cooling system issue again. This time we suspect that he hit a water crossing. The force of the water pushed the radiator back, and the serpentine belt, like a bandsaw, sawed a hole into the coolant reservoir, which ended their rally. And so that was that, and that was the end of their rally. And so I really enjoyed this rally weekend, despite everything that happened. I always enjoy it. Rally is my life, and I hope that next year I will be the person behind the wheel. And so for now, all I can focus on is keep working on my rally build, keep working on my driving skills and other skills that are very important to me. And then just, yeah, keep progressing as a person. So I'm ready to go to my next rallycross and rally events. And so stay tuned. I want to make more of these videos. And so despite this video being more of like a low effort, low quality one, I still made an effort to try and finish it, to get it out there. So hopefully this means that this is the first of many, and I hope to share my story with somebody out there if they feel like watching. And so thanks for watching, and have a good one.